Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I have something else for you on these wonderful fountains we've been putting together with the pet fountains, ones you use for cat and dogs, and you know how we put them out there, and the hummingbirds came to them and absolutely loved them. I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks today, and you can just make it and put it out, and your birds will love them too. We're going to go over how you don't need to have a solar panel, so you don't have to have the sun, and we'll go over different ways of setting it up. And we'll do it step by step. Now, you know I went out there and I changed it up and I put the terracotta bowl on top. And they came by twos to bathe. They were bathing, they were hanging on the side, they were having a blast. And I will go in complete details. Don't worry, we're going to go over everything. Even when it says it's for indoor use and what? She's using it outside. We're going to talk about that. Now, this terracotta pot had the hole already and it fit right on top. You can go back and see the video. We took the top tray off on this one and we sat it on the second tray that was underneath. That was already there. Well, I changed it up to a plastic bowl. Yep. And let me tell you something. I think there's been more movement on this than the terracotta bowl. Go figure. I don't know. The moment I put it out, they were just coming to it and splashing. Like you saw, the house finch was there. Hummingbirds were coming to it. All kinds of birds. And there's a few things we're going to need to know about the bowl. And this is why it's so easy. We don't have to go to the nursery and look for a terracotta bowl. You probably have a bowl in your cupboard. May not cost you a single thing. Is it disposable? Some of these bowls are. You can get them at Walmart, Target, your grocery stores. Generally, they come in a pack of 3 or 4 for $1. And I bet you've got some somewhere in the house. But anyways, there's certain things we want to look for. Now, do you notice how the hummingbird here is hanging on? And by the way, this is now the bird garden. I moved the unit in there. I wanted to see if they would use it in the bird garden, a brand new fountain. And let me tell you something, within seconds, everybody was coming to it. Even the scrub jay. Wow, a real pretty bowl, this scrub jay thought, I'm going to come take a drink. It was the cutest thing. Now notice the rim on the base. That's so when you sit your bowl down, it's sitting flat, you know, it's kind of well balanced. That is what the hummingbirds can sit on. Actually, all the birds. See his little feet holding on? He's having a blast on there. The other thing we will need is those jumbo straws, which you can find anywhere. You can go to a party store, you can go to Target, Walmart, your grocery stores, any store you've got, just look for the jumbo straw. And that's it. Once you've got this pet fountain, you can do all kinds of things. That's a little goldfinch. Literally, let me tell you something. This bowl was only out there an hour when I did this video. Let me show you how quick I put it together. And we're going to go over tips and tricks and also how to make this unit look even nicer. And we'll talk about how we keep it outside safely. Let's get right into putting that bowl up. And remember, you can use any color you want. They come in all different colors, red and blue and green. Well, you pick the color you want. But let me show you how quick it is to put the bowl on and what you'll need to know how to do it. And then once it's there, change it up or leave it. This is just too cute. I think I'm going to leave this one. Now, this is the style pet fountain I got, but you can get any type you want. A lot of them work just the same, but you will need a USB plug on it so you can use a power bank. This way you can sit it anywhere you want. You don't have to worry about the sun. Just plug in the power bank and you are good to go, and your fountain will run day and night if you want. These are the jumbo straws, and that is something we're going to need. Now here you will need a soldering iron, unless you've got a hot nail, but then you know you're going to have to put that over the stove and burn it, and it's actually too much work. A soldering iron will cost you less than $10. I get mine at Harbor Freight for about $6. Sometimes you can even find them at dollar stores, but keep an eye out. They're really, really cheap. All I did here was make a hole for the straw to go through. That's it. Now I went outside and I removed the original top off of this. Now see, it comes with 2 tops, and this is perfect. It's got like a ½ inch of water, and a lot of birds like it on the bottom base. So we leave that one. We put the jumbo straw right onto the pump. They fit perfectly. I have shown you in other videos how we can make that straw bigger or smaller, but that was it. You just cut it to the length you want. You put the bowl on top, and this is the fabric cover I used, so it gave it a little bit of color. We're going to do something else with this one pretty soon, so keep watching. But that's all there was to it. And now we've got it running. Now, I am aware it says for indoor use, but here's the thing. The pump is getting wet, so we don't have to worry about the pump part getting wet because it's underwater. The only other thing is the outlet and electricity, which is USB, which is 5 watts. So you're not plugging this into a wall socket. You're plugging it into a USB power bank, the same power unit we use to charge up our tablets or phones or whatever else we're going to use for USB power. What you're going to do is you're going to protect the plug and the power unit. If it's got an on and off switch by the end of the cord, protect that too. Put it in a Ziploc sealed bag, put it in a container, a plastic unit. I use pencil boxes. I use a lot of different things. When it's protected from the rain and the elements, it should be good to go for at least 6 months to a year. I don't see why not. Keep it out of the rain, keep it from getting wet. We want that plug, not the water unit. We're not talking about the base or the pump, because that can get wet. We're talking about the plug. We want it dry. I wrap mine in a towel. Sometimes I put it in a plastic bag, and I make sure the bag is pointed down the opening. This way, if it should rain, nothing's going to happen, because it's just going to get on it and go straight down. Keep it elevated and keep it away from the rain. A lot of these companies do guarantee the unit for 2 years, but that's if you use it inside, and that I do understand. Realistically, how many things are we putting outside that are actually supposed to be used inside, including bowls? We've been using all this stuff outside. Just take care of it, use common sense, and you should be fine. This is a bowl from Dollar Tree, and it's a large bowl, and guess what? That's going to make our unit look beautiful. Notice the battery pack I have hanging there? That cannot get wet. I even water my garden, and I haven't had any water get inside. But you set it up any way you think you can keep the power bank dry. Now back to the bowl. I went and just moved it over. This thing is so light and easy to use, and I put that bowl there. Think we can use baskets. We can use anything we want. And the unit itself sits right in there. I mean, there's nothing to do. This is like crazy easy. Now we have a beautiful fountain out there. Even if your friends came over, they're not going to say, hey, why's your dog bowl out in the garden? You're not going to know anymore. Now it looks like you made a beautiful fountain. Look how gorgeous that looks out in the yard there with the fig tree behind it and all the flowers. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that look cute? And all you need is a bowl for $1 from a dollar store. And let me tell you something. All these stores have these cheap plastic bowls. And yes, they're for inside, but we're going to use it and enjoy it for the nice weather outside for as long as it lasts, or until we change our taste and get something else. And do I have other ideas and more coming that we can do with this fountain as well as with our solar fountains. And as you can see, all the birds have really enjoyed this. We have had goldfinches coming to this constantly. They get into the bottom tray because there's about an inch of water and just splash and wash away. I want to hear what you think about this. Now, I happen to love using the plastic. I think it's colorful, it's nice, easy to change. If you want to change the color, change the type of bowl. This has been great. I've been using plastic on a lot of my water fountains, and the hummingbirds, the regular birds, everybody enjoys it. It stays cool. Some of you asked about stainless steel. It depends on your weather. If you're in a hot area, it can get hot. Plastic doesn't get hot. Plastic generally stays cool to touch, and it works really good. And the plastic is going to stay cool anyways because you've got running water. And remember, on really hot days, you can lift that lid and drop some ice cubes in there during the day, and those birds are going to love you for it, especially when it's hot in the summer. So I hope I've given you some fun tips and ideas. This has been so much fun. I'm setting them up all over. I have bought so many of these. It would be so great if you would like and subscribe because I have so many ideas and tips and fun things coming. Now, I'm allowed to list products sometimes. So what I do is I list Walmart. You'll see a little box with maybe a fountain or something there. If you tap on it, sometimes they're sold out, but that's okay. Because if you scroll down, you'll see all the other ones they have in stock. And a lot of times they have flash sales and wonderful sales, and you can tap and buy those. So I hope I can lead you to the ones I use, because that's the ones I usually list, and give you ideas. Make sure they have a USB plug. If they don't, you will have to return it and get a different one. But with a USB, it only needs about 5 watts, so it does not plug into a wall socket. It's just plugged into a power bank, which is basically like a battery. And that is the only way you're going to use it outside, with the power unit, which you need to place in a safe, dry area and keep it dry. Leave your comments. I want to hear them. And with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. It is such a joy to watch all these birds come and get water, bathe, and just have fun. I don't know who's having more fun, me or them. Well, doesn't matter.